Today we are going to discuss the Freudenstein's equation. Consider a four-bar A, B, C, D in which AB is of length A, BC is of length B, CD is of length C, and AD, which is the fixed length, is having a length of D. Okay, and AB is the input link which is inclined at an angle of theta to the horizontal, and CD, which is the output link, and it is inclined at an angle of phi to the horizontal. So first of all, we are going to resolve length of mechanisms along horizontal and vertical directions. Okay, so for considering the link AB, so it is resolving like this. So this is the horizontal component and this will be the vertical component. Okay, and the horizontal component will be of A cos theta and the vertical component will be A sin theta. Okay, so considering the link BC, the horizontal component will be like this and the vertical component will be like this. Okay, and the horizontal component will be B cos beta and this will be B sin beta. Now consider the link CD. The vertical component of the the link CD will be like this and the horizontal component will be like this. Okay, and the vertical component will be C sin phi and the horizontal component will be C cos phi, and the value of D will be same as D itself because it has got only the horizontal component. Okay, so for equilibrium of a mechanism, the sum of the components along the x-axis and y-axis must be equal to 0. Okay, sum of the horizontal components. So let us check the x-axis components, the components along the x-axis. Okay, so what are the components along x-axis? This is A cos theta. So this is the first component along x-axis, that is A cos theta. Second component is B cos beta, so plus B cos beta, and the third component along the horizontal is C cos phi. Okay, C cos phi. So you can see that the direction is in along the negative direction of x-axis. Okay, so it will be minus C cos phi, and finally D is also along the negative direction of the x-axis, so minus D. Okay, minus D, which is equal to 0. So next what I am going to do is I am keeping this B cos beta in the left hand side and taking all other components to the right hand side. Okay, so B cos beta is equal to C cos phi plus D minus A cos theta. Now I am going to square this component. B cos beta square is equal to C cos phi plus D minus A cos theta. Okay, I'm going to square this component. Okay, so it is of the form A B C, A plus B plus C. Okay, A plus B plus C the whole square is equal to A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. Okay, so upon expanding, so we'll be getting C square cos square phi plus D square plus, so in place of C we have got minus A cos theta. So here it will be A square cos square theta plus 2DC cos phi plus 2, so here you will be getting a minus, that means minus 2AD cos theta plus 2AC cos theta cos phi, first equation. Okay, and similarly you have to do for the y-axis. Okay, so upon considering the vertical components, sum will be equal to 0. Okay, so the vertical components are, this is a sine theta plus b sine beta, then this is along the negative direction, so minus c sine phi. So here you have no vertical component. Okay, so equal to 0. Okay, so b sine beta is equal to c sine phi minus a sine theta. Okay, so again I am going to square this equation. B sine beta the whole square is equal to c square sine square phi plus a square sine square theta minus 2ac sine theta sine phi. Okay, so this is your equation 1 and this is your equation 2. So next what I am going to do is I am adding equation 1 and 2. Okay, so this will be equation 1 plus 2 will implies b square cos square beta plus sin square beta. That means b square cos square beta plus b square sin square beta. I am taking this b square common and will be equal to b square into cos square beta plus sin square beta. Okay, then this component c square cos square phi and c square sin square phi. So I have taken the c square common and will become c square into cos square phi plus sin square phi. Then next is d square. So this is the term d square. Then 2cd cos phi, a square cos square theta and here a square sin square theta. Taking this a square common, a square into cos square theta plus sin square theta. That is a square into cos square theta plus sin square theta. Then 2ac cos phi cos theta. Here 2ac sin phi sin theta. Okay, taking this minus 2ac common, then it will become minus 2ac cos phi cos theta plus sin phi sin theta, and the last term is minus 2ad cos theta. Okay, so in the next step you can see that upon using the identity cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1, this term will become 1, this term will become 1, and this term will also become 1. Okay, so the equation will be reduced to b square is equal to c square plus d square plus 2cd cos phi plus a square minus 2ac cos phi cos theta plus sin phi sin theta minus 2ad cos theta. Next what I am going to do is I am taking this term towards the LHS and this term towards the RHS. Okay, so the equation will become 2ac cos phi cos theta plus sin phi sin theta is equal to a square minus b square plus c square plus d square plus 2cd cos phi 2ad cos theta. Okay, next what I am going to do is I am taking this term 2ac towards the RHS and it will become 2ac, here also a 2ac and here also a 2ac will come. Okay, and I can cancel this 2c, here 2 and a. Okay, so the equation will become cos phi cos theta plus sin phi sin theta is equal to a square minus b square plus c square plus d square by 2ac plus d by a cos phi minus d by c cos theta. Okay, now you can see that these all are constants. Okay, so this is a constant 1, this is another constant and this is another constant. Okay, here theta and phi are variables. Okay, these all are the length of the lengths. So I am naming this as k1, the constant k1, this as K2 and this large one as K3. Okay, so d by a will be K1, d by c is equal to K2, a square minus b square plus c square plus d square divided by 2ac is equal to K3. Another thing is that this is of the form a into b plus c into d, and we can rearrange this form as b into a plus d into c. So cos phi cos theta plus sin phi sin theta will give you cos phi minus theta. So here I am writing this as cos theta minus phi. Okay, so cos theta minus phi. This is the final Freudenstein equation for the 4-bar mechanism. So cos theta minus phi is equal to K1 cos phi, which is the output angle, and minus K2 cos theta, which is the input angle, plus K3. Okay, thank you.